Soil is a farmer's most valuable resource. A farm's productivity is directly related to the health of its soil. Healthy soils result from 5 basic principles: keeping the soil covered, minimizing soil disturbance, maximizing biodiversity, providing living roots year-round, and integrating livestock. Here in northern Utah, farmers are finding success implementing these soil health principles.
I'm Joel Ferry, and our farm is Joel Ferry and Son. We're located here in Corinne, Utah. We raise beef cattle, so everything we grow is centered around beef cattle.
My name's Cody Jensen. We're in Mendon, Utah. This is a family cow-calf operation. The operation right now is sitting at about 400 acres.
My name is TaRell McMurdie. We're in Tremont, Utah. We raise all sorts of crops. We have beef cattle. We have 200 mother cows that calve in the spring and just over 100 cows that calve in the fall. I used to think soil health was getting the most production out of your soil possible, which I think can be a goal that we need to have, but we're using other resources like crops and animals to make the soil produce what we need.
Principle 1. Keep the soil covered.
I don't burn any of my fields anymore. Back in the day, we used to burn all of our stubble, almost every year. And so now I grow a lot of grain corn, and we have a shredder, so we just take and shred that and leave it on the surface of the ground. The more residue we leave on the surface, I think the better. We hold more moisture. We're promoting a better environment for the microorganisms, the activity that can happen to improve our soils.
Principle 2. Minimize soil disturbance.
We have seen in some of the fields that we've been doing the cover crops and no-tilling that the soil is doing better. As far as going in and being able to no-till, the crops that are in there currently provides a path for the new seeds that we've been planting.
Principle 3. Maximize biodiversity.
Every year I try one or two new seeds to see what's going to work. So this year I planted a tiller radish, turnips, we do collards, and some Austrian pea. And this year I also tried a mustard, which I was really happy with. It probably grew the tallest. It froze down first, quicker than anything else. But I think that there's some real good mixes out there, and give it a try. Different soils will have different mixes, and different cover crops will grow on the different soils.
Principle 4. Maintain a living root.
This cover crop here, there was 13 different species in it, and we've always been at least 5. So really trying to diversify our crop rotations, keeping a living root in the ground as long as possible. One of the things that we've liked with our cover crop mixes is the brassica component. Your purple top turnips, your kale, your maybe even your daikon radishes to an extent, but they stay green so long into the winter, and so that really helps keep the soil biology going longer throughout the year.
Principle 5. Integrate livestock.
On our grazing programs, we use rotational grazing. It's not the high intensity grazing where we're moving an electric fence every day, but like this, here we have 100 cows on 25 acres, and they're here for 2 weeks, and then we move them out. They graze these cover crops for 2 weeks, and then they move on to the next cover crop field, and we'll rotate them through that way. So it's a rotational grazing that works for the soils and for the grasses and for the size of our pastures.
We as ranchers and farmers, we need to learn how to adapt these soil health principles to this region. And if you think you're just going to do it once and succeed at it, you're going to be kind of disappointed. It takes some learning. It's a whole different mindset. And so if you have a failure, don't give up. Just keep working through it. Keep experimenting, trying different things. You will find success. You will be able to extend your grazing season, or cut your hay costs, or build your soil back up to something healthy. But it's going to take a process. It's not going to happen in a year.